One of the best to begin. Skates has gone away okay out towards the outside with Faithful Love, and Comedy Court's got some speed working over. Marcino and Jolly's Folly going fast and getting up on the inside now. Soraya and with it Rich Finale sorting themselves out from the outside. Skates and Faithful Love outside it, but Comedy Court's gone up inside them. A length and a half further back then came Rich Finale, Jolly's Folly, Soraya. Well back in the race then came Petagina, followed by him behind those Nordica, a gap to find. Then came further back Dancing Fairy, Denise's Song, and well out of it in the straight Normandy, followed by Frivolity. Comedy Court the leader in the straight with Skates on the outside. 2.5 further back is Faithful Love, and they're followed by Soraya and then Rich Finale and Nordica. Skates and Comedy Court. Skates has gone up to Comedy Court to Soraya and Faithful Love the outside. Skates took the lead. Comedy Court's gone. Soraya and Faithful Love are going after Skates. Skates in front. Soraya picking it back with Faithful Love, and in the middle Soraya, I'd say, has just won from Faithful Love and Skates. Then further out, Rich Finale, Dancing Fairy running on from Normandy, followed by Frivolity, then Defined. Well back in the race, Brouhaha, followed by Nordica. Comedy Court got tired from Petagina. Well back in the race, Jolly's Folly, followed by Denise's Song and Marcino.
15 Soraya, 27.20 and 6.10. Number 8, Faithful Love, $3.80. 1 Skates is showing 1.40.
15 Soraya, 18.60 and 5.50. 8 Faithful Love to pay 4.30. 1 Skates, 1.50.
In here from Faithful Love. Judge calling for the photo. Looks of just a margin here. Soraya from Faithful Love. The judge looking at the print. He might be calling for a developed print here, just looking at the projected photo up. It looks as though it could be just a margin, Soraya, as they magnify it. Yeah, I think it will be. Just from Faithful Love. 15 goes in the frame. It has 1 by a nose. Number 15, Soraya. Number 15 has just got it from number 8, Faithful Love. And a third will go to Skates, number 1, which got up to Comedy Court in the home straight. Then down the centre they came, Soraya and Faithful Love. They were slowly but surely wearing down the lead. And Soraya in the centre, ridden by Ernie Marchant, has kicked sufficiently to score by Brief Truce.
All right, moving into
They're racing, and Royal Voyage actually got the best of the start. Franklin Rivers and La Zagaleta jumped out well, and so did Burning Palms. And moving forward is El Montazar in company with Martian. Behind those next as they settle Able Master, but let's go back to the lead. And here it is Royal Voyage in front from El Montazar to second, and the third Burning Palms. La Zagaleta over on the inside of Martian. Franklin Rivers pulling a little, followed by Figurehead, Suma Camalorde, Bell Quattro, Able Master and Tulang Strange. Royal Voyage in front, working to the back and going down to the 1400, has a lead of 3/4 to a half. El Montazar, 2 to Burning Palms, La Zagaleta over on the inside, and then Martian, followed by Figurehead, who's travelling inside Franklin Rivers, then Suma Camalorde, Bell Quattro, Able Master second last, and 2.5 lengths to the rank outside is Strange. 1200 out on the Frank Packer plate, and Royal Voyage makes play. 3/4 of a length over El Montazar. In the third position, La Zagaleta, followed closely by Burning Palms. Martian's been forced to race wide from the word go, and a length and a half's gap then. Coming at the head of the other, Suma Camalorde, Figurehead, and then Franklin Rivers, followed closely then by Bell Quattro, who's travelling on the inside of Able Master, and 2.5 lengths to Strange. Coming down the side of the track, they've got 800 metres left to travel, and Royal Voyage in front. Only about a half length or so as they race along the side of the track. This favourite's getting a beautiful sit third. El Montazar still outside the leader, and Strange, the roughie's gone up quickly with Suma Camalorde. Now as actions come from the tail, the Zagaleta's got shuffled back a little from Able Master, who's 3 deep, and between Able Master and La Zagaleta, Burning Palms, then Bell Quattro, Figurehead, Franklin Rivers, and Martian's dropped back so quickly it's now tailed off as they straighten. And here La Zagaleta's trying to poke through on the inside. There's a mile of room for him. Strange and El Montazar jointly in front. On the outside, Franklin Rivers and La Zagaleta on the inside. Franklin Rivers down the outside and La Zagaleta. Franklin Rivers, La Zagaleta, they're going to fight it out. Franklin Rivers doing too well for La Zagaleta than Able Master, and Franklin Rivers soft win. Franklin Rivers beat La Zagaleta and Able Master. Then Figurehead, El Montazar, Strange, Bell Quattro, Burning Palms, Suma Camalorde. Royal Voyages dropped right out of the race, and so too did Martian at the tail of the field.
Super Tab number 3, Franklin Rivers, 12.20, 2.70. 1 La Zagaleta, 1.10. 4 Able Master, 1.50. They've raced at the Greyhounds. Replay in a moment.
Neat for the win in New South Wales, and 2.60 for the place. Number 1, La Zagaleta, has paid $1.04, and Able Master, number 4, will pay $2 neat. The winner, Franklin Rivers, trained here on the track by John Morrish, is by Senek from Hula Princess. Raced by John J, that's John Morrish himself, J.O. Hasty, SFP Taranto, C.P. Hayden, R.F. Mortimer and A.C. Stratton. And as a bay gelding, a 3-year-old, 13 starts for Win 2 and Shane Dye aboard in the Frank Packer plate. And notching up 2:05.66. It was a very slowly run race. 2:05.66. 3:14 are the officials, with number 6 Figurehead fourth. The winning margin was a half a length, 3/4 of a length, second and third. They've run the first 1,000 metres in 64.39. The last 600 metres in 35.88. 3, 1 and 4. So the runner up there, number 1, La Zagoleta, looked to have his chance. He got shuffled back a little coming down the side when action came from the back of the field, but I thought he had his chance, La Zagoleta. He's paid $1.04, as I mentioned. He's by Last Tycoon from Swift Cinder, Grey Colt 3, and Able Master third, number 4 by Zabeel from Enhancer, 3-year-old bay gelding, Bruce Wallace, Greg Hall.
Right on starting time. Away okay today. Sheer Kingston began okay also with Bright Spot. Just behind them, What a Great Guy, and from the outside is Golden Condor and Hobson's Bay. Coming down to the winning post, and Sunday News is pushing up in the centre. Sunday News just has the lead from Golden Condor, Bright Spot, Stacey Jones. Hobson's Bay out deep, and further back then Sheer Kingston, followed by Salinan. On the outside of it, going out of the straight then, came What a Great Guy, followed by Salisbury, Major Hit. Further back, Davenport, Tristan, Noble, Benbarra. Sunday News has the lead at the 16.50, about a half in front of Golden Condor, inclined to pull. Wants the lead and goes around the outside and takes it up now. Golden Condor, a length, Sunday News. Hobson's Bay goes forward the outside, 2.5 further back, Stacey Jones. Outside at Bright Spot, 2 lengths further back is Sheer Kingston, running sixth into the back straight. They're followed by Salinan. The outside of those in Salisbury, Wonder, What a Great Guy. A length and a half, Major Hit from Davenport, Tristan, Noble, Benbarra. Down the back they go at the 1,200 metre mark, and Golden Condor out 2 lengths in front. Up on the outside is Hobson's Bay, a half, Sunday News, Wonder, Bright Spot. A length, Stacey Jones, followed to the outside by Salisbury. Sheer Kingston back in the middle, a length further back, Salinan on the inside of What a Great Guy. Then Major Hit further back, Davenport, Trist around it, and Noble, Benbarra last of all. They back the speed off at the 850 metre turn now. The leader is Golden Condor, a length and a half, Hobson's Bay. Salisbury's had no luck third the outside, a half, Sunday News fourth. 2 to Bright Spot, 1 Stacey Jones, Sheer Kingston. 2 lengths, Davenport, Trist, What a Great Guy. The inside, Salinan. 2 to Major Hit, has got back there at the tail now with Noble, Benbarra. 600 out, Golden Condor, a length and a half to 2 to Hobson's Bay and Salisbury. Sheer Kingston coming off their back out wide. Then came further back Stacey Jones, Davenport, Trist, Bright Spot and Salinan. Into the straight, Golden Condor by a length and a half, Sheer Kingston. Coming after it quickly on the outside. Then Stacey Jones to the fence from Hobson's Bay, Salinan back in the middle. Then Bright Spot, but Sheer Kingston got up to Golden Condor at the 200 metre mark, and it took the lead now, Sheer Kingston. Golden Condor fighting back. They've got up between them. Sheer Kingston ahead in front, drifting in a little. Now a neck in front of Golden Condor, and Sheer Kingston gets up to score. A half length to Golden Condor, third's tight. Salinan or the inside, Stacey Jones, then Major Hit. Bright Spot further back from Hobson's Bay, Noble, Benbarra. Then Salisbury, What a Great Guy, in company with Davenport, Trist, and a long way back, Sunday News last of all.
3 Sheer Kingston, 240, 140. 1 Golden Condor, $1.50. The third, 6 Salinan, 220, or 8 Stacey Jones, 290.
Third's pretty tight. Okay, race 4, Sheer Kingston getting up to Golden Condor. Hands and heels late in the race by Jason Patton, which got him home from Golden Condor. And third, Salinan or Stacey Jones are just a little bit covered up by the back half of the body of Golden Condor to see who actually poked through in time. They're just covered up by the rump of Golden Condor, the heads of the third and fourth horses. It's 3-1 in a photo. 3-1 in a photo. Sheer Kingston got a good run into the race.
3 Sheer Kingston, 270, 130. 1 Golden Condor, 160, just standing with 5 for third. 6 has got it, Salinan, 230, the place.
Completed placings now, 3-1-6.
At the barrier, Kembla.
Race number 4 from Doomben, 1.
Okay, we'll update Brisbane in a moment. 3-1-6. Let's go back to Kel to wrap up the Greyhounds.
Back, they're off in the all-age stakes, and one of the best out was Shin Can See. Going up quickly is Kiwi Hero, travelling third is Al Mansour, Adam fourth, Intergaze right up there fifth. followed by Huge Demand, and then a gap to Thackeray, Paris Dream, followed by Darazari. Over on the fences, Bonanova from Rustic Dream get going. Rebel is second last, and Mossman whips them in, racing down towards the 1100 metres, and Shin Can See is putting on the speed. He leads about 3 lengths, parts of a length on Kiwi Hero. 2.5 lengths away, third is Al Mansour. 4 or 5 to Adam, 2 to Huge Demand. A length to Winter Gaze, then Thackeray around Bonanova from Rustic Dream get going. And then Paris Dream about 2.5 lengths further back. Mossman from Darazari, and Rebel brings up the rear on the side past the halfway at the 800. And here Shin Can See about 3/4 of a length on Kiwi Hero. 2.5 to Al Mansour, 2 to Adam. A length further back on the inside, Huge Demand. Intergaze the outside. A couple then to get going, and then comes Bonanova, Thackeray, Rustic Dream, Mossman, and then Paris Dream and Darazari and Rebel of the joint tail enders as they turn for home. 400 out, Shin Can See. A half Kiwi Hero, wider out Al Mansour. A length the Huge Demand, followed closely by Intergaze and Adam, both putting in their run simultaneously. To the 200 they go, and Intergaze and Adam race to the lead from Al Mansour. Kiwi Hero and Bonanova coming down the outside. Intergaze hits the front, Bonanova in hot pursuit. Intergaze still the leader. Bonanova won't get to Intergaze. He shifted out a bit, Intergaze, but he's back with a vengeance. Good luck to you, Intergaze, from Bonanova. Third Adam, followed home by Rustic Dream, and further away in the field, Mossman. Al Mansour, Huge Demand, Kiwi Hero, Darazari, Thackeray, Get Going, Rebel, Paris Dream, and Shin Can See. Weekend to finish last.
On the Super Tab, number 1, Intergaze, 5.60, 2 even. 9, Bonanova, 3.20. 6, Adam to return 4.30. Treble combination, 131, $382.50.
Number 9, Bonanova, 3.40. And number 6, Adam, $3.90. Intergaze, trained by Rod Craig. He's done a superb job with this horse, Rod. He really has. He deserves every credit that comes his way. Looked as though the horse was finished in the eyes of some, but Rod never despaired. And here he is winning an all-age stakes.
Raced at the Greyhounds, replay in a moment.
From Temper Gaze, trained by Rod Craig out at Warwick Farm. The CM Lee, L. Andriazza, P. Chin, W. Manicus, H. Hilly and R. McDowell, and ridden by Craig Carmody, who's been aboard the horse in the bulk of his races. A 5-year-old chestnut entire, Intergaze. Second placing going to number 9, Bonanova, ridden by Darren Gauci, trained by Graham Begg, by Starway from St Clair, a brown or black mare, a 4-year-old. Number 6, third, Adam, by Rubiton from Heidi Ho, Bay Horse 4, Ray Brock, Kevin Moses. The 4th was number 4, Rustic Dream. The winning margin was a long neck, a half length between second and third. The time for the race was 1:36.07, 1:36.07, which is well outside the race record held by Shaftesbury Avenue at 1:33.80. The first 800 was 47.76, and they slowed up the last 600 in 36.34. Great win to Intergaze in the Group 1 AWA All-Age Stakes. And, of course, as we remember here, Intergaze was the horse that beat Might and Power when Rod Craig, the trainer, wasn't able to be present. He had to attend his daughter's wedding. Anyway, he's here today, and a big thrill for all concerned. Yes, indeed. Good luck to you, Rod. No relation to me, but he deserves every credit, as I say, that he gets after the win of Intergaze. Shifted his ground a bit, Intergaze, in the last 50 metres. I don't think he's had too many problems there with him, Craig. Okay, here are totes.
Correct weight, Brisbane.
Stalls are back and they're off and running this time. Our Savard a little bit slow to get going, and Go with the Flow drop back with Blue turns to grey. Out quickly Olakai, Swift Encounter, Deerfield and Stenner up on the inside, 4th early. A length and a half, Our Savard, Sir Macwin, then Mr. Marcavelli around the outside of Lucky Enough. Video Fan, midfield defence, a length and a half, Chief Red Eye, Scenic Heights, followed by Red Rascal. Then Kana Square, Blue turns to grey, Malachi Crunch and Go with the Flow. Bit of pace early, and through in the middle, Swift Encounter from Olakai. Deerfield third, and Sir Macwin out 3 wide has got up third. 4th Deerfield. Then Stenner had to ease back, running fifth a half, then to Our Savard at the 1,000. Two further back, Video Fan. Lucky Enough, and they're followed back behind them by Mr. Machiavelli out 3 deep, and then Chief Red Eye on the inside of Scenic Heights. Red Rascal 3 deep. Two to Kana Square, then Blue Turns to Grey, followed by Malachi Crunch and Go With The Flow. 750 metres to go. Swift Encounter from Olakai. A neck then 3 wide, Sir Macwin. 2.5 further back, Deerfield. 2 lengths running fifth behind it is Stenner. A length and a half, Video Fan. Over on the inside there of Our Savard. Further back, Lucky Enough, Chief Red Eye, Scenic Heights, and a gap, Red Rascal, Mr. Machiavelli and Kana Square. Turning for home now, Deerfield comes out 4 deep with Sir Macwin 3 out as Olakai beat off Swift Encounter. Stenner further out on the track, running up to them. Video Fan looking for a way out, and Our Savard wider out, and Scenic Heights getting a run. They're across the track here. Video Fan with that glorious run through. Hit the front, the top weight, and sprinted away from Deerfield. Stenner can't go on. Go With The Flow from the back of the field. Video Fan in front. Go With The Flow is flying over the top of him. Go With The Flow going after Video Fan. Video Fan, Go With The Flow. Go With The Flow. Go With The Flow has just beaten Video Fan, and Blue Turns to Grey has flown to run third. Deerfield behind those, followed by Scenic Heights. Lucky Enough, and behind those Kana Square. Further back then Stenner didn't finish it off from Our Savard, Olakai. Chief Red Eye, Malachi Crunch, Red Rascal, Mr. Machiavelli, a gap, Swift Encounter, and near the tail is Sir Macwin.
12 Go With The Flow, 15.80 and 4.60. Number 1 Video Fan, 2.50, and 10 Blue Turns to Grey, $3.80.
12 Go With The Flow, 13.30 and 4.10. 1 Video Fan, 2.70. 10 Blue Turns to Grey, $4.40. Back to Brian.
Got the run, kick clear, but he's been run down by Go With The Flow. He's beaten him about a neck. 1 second, Video Fan, and Blue Turns to Grey, a backmarker, has run on well into third placing out wide. Great charge this race, and Go With The Flow's got it. It's always capable. Number 16 is fourth, Deerfield. Gee, there were many chances in 136.1. It was a keenly contested affair. They turned for home 4 to 5 out as they fanned across the track. Stenner had a beautiful run. I think we just found that Stenner just can't run the 1600. He ranged up if he was good enough, and he couldn't get there. They bunched up, and then Video Fan, he'd virtually done everything bar get off and carry it. Dan Burton got the run through, burst 2 lengths in front with his 58. But he just started to weaken and Go With The Flow. Got the last crack at him, carrying the 50 to a difference of 6 kilos. It can tell at the end of a race like that, a 6 kilo turnaround. To Go With The Flow, who got Video Fan close to the post to beat him.
All right, about to move in, Kembla.
Right on starting time, 3 o'clock, and the Shane Dye watching over what's happening here. Comes to his racing in the Oaks. A great start. Scarlet Runner tending to drop off in the early stages with Astrology, and there are plenty keen to lead, including Savannah Success. Right up there is Carmelina, Grand Archway and Starry Way, 4 in line. Then No Alimony, Zazabel, Lady Elsie, Light Work, and then Camarina, Market Price. And a length further back in the field as they turn out of the straight, Royal Reply. Racing along past the 2,000 marker, and the Queenslander Carmelina runs to the front from Savannah Success and Starry Way. Zazabel caught wide 4th and 5th, one off the rails, Grand Archway, and then comes Camarina wide out, Light Work on the inside, a length and a half to Lady Elsie, No Alimony, then Scarlet Runner followed by Market Price, Royal Reply. Second last is Astrology, and Pravda is last of all to the back in the Oaks. Over the 1600 crossing, and Zazabel the leader, not for long. Camarina now takes over. Zazabel second, and the third is Carmelina, a length and a half further back, Savannah Success and Lady Elsie wider out, followed by Starry Way, a little over a length the Grand Archway. Then comes Market Price, racing up on the outside of Light Work from No Alimony, Scarlet Runner, 2 lengths to Royal Reply. Second last is Pravda, and Astrology is the tail ender as they go down to the halfway, 1200 out. And here the Canberra filly shows the way, Camarina. She's 3/4 of a length now on Lady Elsie. Third is Zazabel, and travelling fourth on the inside, Carmelina, followed by Savannah Success. Then Starry Way, Grand Archway racing centre field, and only about 7 off off the lead from Lightwork, Market Price, No Alimony, Pravda, then Scarlet Runner. Royal Reply is second last, and Astrology brings up the rear. The Oaksfield is heading down to the 800 marker, and Camarina is the pilot. She's a length on Zazabel. Third is Lady Elsie, followed by Carmelina, and then Savannah Success, followed closely Market Price. Tracking Savannah Success, her stablemate Grand Archway, Starry Way is hopelessly locked away, and then comes No Alimony, Lightwork, Pravda, Royal Reply. Second last, Scarlet Runner, and Astrology brings up the rear. Camarina leads the Oaksfield around the corner, a half Zazabel. A length, Lady Elsie, Carmelina looking for the run through, and here's Grand Archway. She's putting in the big strides on the outside. It's Camarina in front of the 200 from Zazabel, Grand Archway, and then Lady Elsie and Lightwork wider out. Di gets desperate on the big filly, Grand Archway, but she hits the front, and Grand Archway, oh, isn't she good? Lightwork won't get her, and then Camarina, but Grand Archway, a great winner of the AJC Oaks. Lightwork second, and third Camarina. Then came Lady Elsie, followed by Zazabel, Starry Way, Savannah Success, a Gap, Royal Reply, Market Price, and then Carmelina, followed by Astrology, Scarlet Runner, and No Alimony at the tail of the field.
1 Grand Archway, 260, 150. 5 Lightwork to pay 350, and a top run from the local filly for Camarina to get third at 540.
South Wales, 250, 150, and I think you'll agree, folks, that just was a perfect RSI ride. Number 1, the winner. 250, 150. Number 5, second, Lightwork. She's really come of age, that filly, 290, and number 4, third, Camarina. She ran a great race at $5.10. Quinilla, 1950. Exacta, $27. Trifecta, $297.70. Extra double in New South Wales. Intergaze, number 1, and Grand Archway, $14.40. Well, she's completed the Victoria AJC Oaks double, Grand Archway. Beautiful filly. Great third in the Derby here a week back by Archway from Mean Eyes. A chestnut filly, a 3-year-old, trained by Graham Rogerson. For the Watson Bloodstock Syndicate, Mr. Eric Watson, the manager. Also H. Thard, NP George, and MS Hodgson.
Said Elwick.
Ownership of Grand Archway. Shane Dye, the winning rider.
And Jim a little bit slow to get going. First one to jump out from the outside of...
So Miller in the 14 gate. He's gone away sort of only fairly and got a bump from Steppens after the start. So Miller, Bay, Shanks and Chrisoff away quickly. They're showing speed with Marimba, and further out Gold Boom. They're not going terribly hard. Bay, Shanks and Chrisoff, Marimba and Gold Boom, and from the outside Solid Wood. Swayze River Affair behind those from Call Me Spike. Beijing just easing back on the fence, then Impulsive. Sir Miller is beaten for speed a fair way back when they come down the side, followed by Centaza. Last of all is Steppens before the turn, St. Christoph. Beijing inside him, 3 out Marimba, 4 out Gold Boom. Then Solid Wood behind those, Impulsive, followed by Marimba. Let's have a look for Sir Miller. He's back second to last in the straight. Beijing the inside, and outside him Sir Christoph. From Solid Wood wider out, they've got away from Gold Boom, then River Affair, Centaza. Sir Miller not in the race at the moment. Beijing grabbed by Solid Wood, and St. Christoph in the middle. Solid Wood put his head in front. Solid Wood is going to get up and win. He draws on the post. Solid Wood to score 3/4, almost a dead heat second. Beijing and Christoph. Then Centaza, and further back Sir Miller, never a chance. Probably didn't help him at the start when he got that bump. Further back River Affair. Behind those Steppens, followed by Gold Boom. Then further back Call Me Spike, Marimba, Impulsive and Swayze.
7 Solid Wood, $14.30 and $3.50. Photo for the Miners, 2 St. Christoph at $1.80 or 3 Beishunk, $2.30.
Number 7 Solid Wood to return $14.60 and $3.50. Second went to number 3 Beige Hunk, $2.20 and in fact 2's got second in the photo, St. Christoph, to pay $1.80 and 3 will be third Beige Hunk, $2.20. 7, 2, 3.
3 Solid Wood, the winner, ridden by Peter Mertens, gives Peter a double. In corresponding races here with Go With The Flow, and now here with Solid Wood, and he was well off the fence all the way, always about 4 to 5 out. Got the upper hand from St. Christoph, and Beige Hunk and has come on to win. Fourth in is number 5 Centaza, fifth home number 6, and that's River Affair. Sir Muller, well, he was very fractious in the gates. He wanted to lay against the gate before the start, and he jumped only fairly, then seemed to cop a whack from Steppens after the jump away. Got back to third last, Sir Muller, and never really came into contention. In 56.1, that's a pretty quick gallop. 7, 2 and 3. No wind assistance here.
And the totes, 7 Solid Wood, 14.30 the win.
And they're off. And Lahar from an outside alley was best to begin. Dundeel dropping out to last. Our Unicorn and Ears Ronnie are not far away, and it looks as though Ears Ronnie might lead. And down past the 800 on the first circuit, it's Ears Ronnie from Lahar, Our Unicorn third. Steel Phoenix is fourth, then Emerald, 2 lengths for the moment. A length the Beechwood Road wide, Arena the middle. Tie the Knot back on the inside with 4 behind him. And they are Bluebird, The Word in company with Praise Indeed, Ed and Dundeel. As they come around the home corner on the first occasion, and Ears Ronnie is a clear-cut leader. And up the rise he comes, about 5 lengths on Lahar. Third over on the inside is Steel Phoenix. 2 lengths to Our Unicorn, travelling on the outside of Emerald. For the moment is a little wide at this point. Arena's next on the outside of Tie the Knot, and then Beechwood Road, Bluebird, The Word. Praise Indeed over on the fence, and the last pair of Dundeel on the outside of Ed. Down past the 100 metres on the first occasion, and Ears Ronnie bowls along. And at the post with a lap to go on the swept Sydney Cup of 1999. It's Ears Ronnie about 5 or 6 lengths on Steel Phoenix. Lahar third, for the moment no luck, fourth. Then Emerald on the inside of Our Unicorn. Beechwood Road is caught on a limb. Arena is next on the outside of Tie the Knot, so the favourites are racing abreast. And then comes Old Praise Indeed, followed by Bluebird, The Word, Dundeel, and the veteran in the field. Ed is last of all, and back about 12 lengths from Ears Ronnie. As they race along past the 1800 metres, and still not a lot of change in the order, with Ears Ronnie in front by 2.5 to 3 lengths. Beechwood Road to second. Steel Phoenix third. 2 for the moment. 3/4 to Emerald. 1.5 Lahar. 2.5 then to Our Unicorn, followed closely on the inside by Tie the Knot. And then comes Arena, a gap of a length, and to Praise Indeed. Bluebird, The Word, Ed, and Dundeel is last, some 20 lengths from Ears Ronnie. And a real roughie is Ears Ronnie, and down the back he goes past the 1400 metres. He's about 4 lengths clear of Steel Phoenix. 2.5 lengths to Beechwood Road. 3/4 of a length to Emerald the inside, and then for the moment 2 lengths Lahar. A couple of lengths then to Tie the Knot, who's angling about a horse or so off the rails at this point from Our Unicorn. And then Dundeel, Praise Indeed. Arena's back to third last now from Ed, and Bluebird, The Word, is last of all. They race out of the back straight, and for those that have backed Ears Ronnie at Herculean odds, by geez, giving a sight, he's gone further in front. And down to the 850 crossing, Ears Ronnie must be 10 lengths Steel Phoenix, with the unenviable task of taking those behind him up to this tearaway. To the Beechwood Road, struggling, passed by Emerald. 1.5 lengths to Tie the Knot, about to challenge, followed by Lahar. Our Unicorn making ground on the rails, followed by Arena. Then Dundeel for the moment, and a long margin to Praise Indeed, Ed. And Bluebird, The Word, is last as they come round the corner, and Ears Ronnie is the leader. 6 lengths on Steel Phoenix. Tie the Knot is starting to make ground right around the outside from Lahar. Emerald the inside, and then Our Unicorn topping the rise. Ears Ronnie. He's in front on Sufferance as he hears the big chestnut. Picking him up very quickly, Tie the Knot. Oh, he cruises to the front, and this superstar is racing away. Back-to-back Sydney Cups for him. Tie the Knot, 6 Ears Ronnie, Lahar, Arena. Oh, but what a stayer. And another big one for Raymond Shane. Tie the Knot wins from Ears Ronnie. Praise Indeed got up for third from Lahar, and then came Arena. Further back in the field was Beechwood Road, Steel Phoenix, Our Unicorn, Emerald, followed by, for the moment, Ed, Dundeel, and Bluebird, The Word, was a distant last. Stand by for placings.
1 Tie the Knot, 190, 140. 11 Ears Ronnie second.
Go winning the flyer was Foxy May Grant, showing good speed. The inside Flash Chariot from
away. Ready. Racing in the Group 3 Birthday Cup 2, and Skyboat by Design has been eased out of the early fray to just settle back in behind them, and he'll get plenty of time to balance up. Over the crossing, heading into the far side at the 1800 metre mark, and Archer Street is the leader, about a half to Madonna.